Well, welcome to what we think is day 7. We've actually lost track of the time, but we're back in Istanbul.
Today I'm over at Topkapi Palace, and now we're in the forbidden area of the palace called the harem. Yes, it's the harem, where the families would live, and you're looking right now at the area where the head eunuch would live, and he was in charge of the harem, and also the windows up there were where the crown princes would be educated. This dates all the way back to the 16th century, and now we're going to continue on. We're now actually in the harem itself, and this is the courtyard of the mother of the sultan, who was this most powerful woman in the harem. And you're going to see her special living quarters are directly in front of us, and her special courtyard. And then there we are over there on the left is where the concubines were sequestered. And this is the courtyard of the concubines. The doors that you see directly on the right there were the rooms with the views that were given to the favorites as prospective wives, and those concubines who would give birth to male children to the sultan, and also where they would continue their education. And then over here was the hammam, which was the private bath for the concubines only. This is now in the bath of the mother of the sultan. It's the fanciest hammam, they say, at the time, certainly. And also it was shared by the sultan as well in his private chambers. And there are gold fixtures on these washing basins. You can take a look at that there. And this is the main chamber in the harem where all the social activities would be happening. It's also the highest point. And you see there's where the sultan would sit, probably with his mother. And over there is called the wooden platform on the far side. And that's where the concubines would play their music and sing and all that. So you picture that from what we've seen in the movies. And it's a spectacular room. And yeah, all the social activities would go on here, and the presentations and any of the ascensions to the throne, presentations of the new wives, all of that would be happening right in this very room. This is the private apartment of the sultan, and it was designed by Sinan, the famous architect, whose work we've seen all over Istanbul. And this is just magnificent. It's a little dark in here today, but I'm going to try to get it anyway. The detail on the walls is absolutely incredible. It's all tile and mixed tile and Turkish writing. And one's imagination can only imagine what went on, what shenanigans went on in here years ago. Yeah.
possible. Picture possible. Personnel taking a picture, please.
This is the courtyard outside all those rooms that we just visited. And it also is leading to the wooden structure that you'll see in a moment where the overturned sultans were housed. So here's the other shot of where the overturned sultans were housed, and they still were treated very well in beautiful rooms, as you can see, as a sign of respect. And then upstairs would be where the sultan's wives, not the concubines now, but actually his wives, moved to in the 17th century. We are now outside the harem and have been for some time. I was inside one of the museums where no pictures are allowed to be taken, but now here we are again in one of the outside pavilions with the special tiles from the 16th century. And this is the exterior with the special Itzig tiles. And there is the doorway to the circumcision room. They were very big on commemorating battles, and this one happens to be commemorating the Battle of Baghdad, and this is called the Baghdad Pavilion, which I think may have my most favorite ceiling that I've seen today, and there it is. Look at that ceiling. The center, it looks as though there's some sort, it's either was a light or it looks like an incense burner, but it probably was a light chandelier kind of a thing. Here we are outside, and actually this is a small pavilion overlooking the Bosporus Strait, called the Golden Horn, which is a particular area on the Bosporus, and to our right, I believe, would be the Sea of Marmara that part of the palace also overlooks. We can get a shot of that. It's a hazy day, so it's a little hard to get it, but there we are. There's the Golden Horn. It's a little bit difficult to make it out because it's a hazy day, but this is actually a view from Topkapi Palace overlooking the Sea of Marmara, where it joins the Bosporus Strait into the Golden Horn, which I think is pretty spectacular, considering all kinds of mythology is incorporated around the Bosporus Strait, the Golden Horn, and historically amazing for trade. So here I am enjoying a delicious but extremely expensive cup of coffee, but I feel I'm paying also for the amazing view that I've got of the Bosporus Strait and the Golden Horn. One thing I forgot to mention just prior to this was if you look across and you see another body of land, well, holy crap, it's Asia.